Whew, Goodwills are expensive here in Texas. When I watch some folks and they're getting dresses for $4.99, I'm so jealous. Howdy y'all, my name is Gretchen and I'm the Restless Thrifter, and I'm going to be talking to you about my sales online on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. Things that I sold October 15th through 28th. So it's a 2-week period, and I should be able to get back to doing weeklies, but either way is fine, right? I'm going to be sharing with you 10 of my top sales. These were pretty good. I had a pretty good couple of weeks. I got back to listing every day, 10 items a day, and things were starting to sell. I'll go over my top 10, and then I'll also go over anything that sold within 30 days. And I have, I think, 8 of those that are outside. No, I have 10 of those that are outside of the top 10 sales. And then if we have some time, I'll go over just a couple of items that I'm calling my lessons learned, and like a little bonus I almost said happy ending. It's not that kind of video. A bonus happy customer moment at the end. You'll hear that sound over and over again. That's Reacher and his ball. He likes to throw it down on the ground and see if it trips me and if I fall. It's his most favorite game. Reacher, why don't you go to your daddy? Go to daddy. Go to daddy. Okay, so the first in the top 10 sales is something that sold on Mercari. I don't sell very much on Mercari, but I did sell these Idlewind women's size 7.5 Wild Will Western Boots Square Toe Miranda Lambert. It's her line of boots. And these sold in 5 days. I did see that they had a really good sell-through rate when I was looking these up in the store because I wasn't familiar with her brand. And so I opened up the eBay app. I saw that there were a lot of solds and that the comps looked pretty good. So I picked them up. I did pay up a bit, $27.05. So they were $25 plus tax. They sold for $53. I did accept an offer on Mercari. I don't wheel and deal on boots a lot because I just want to get them out, you know, and make the money off of them. My profit was $18.25. Sure, I would have liked to do better. They retail for $199, but my room is overflowing and I want to get things in and out. The next item is something that I have had in my store for over a year. It's sold on Poshmark finally. It is a Zara size small dress, new, mock turtleneck, ribbed, olive green, soft tunic minimalist. Zara and I don't do so well. I say it every time I finally sell a Zara item, and it just takes a while for me to sell. And, you know, honestly, if you look up the sell-through rate on Zara dresses, it's not great in general. So that should tell me something. This piece, I guess, was not special enough. I thought it was sort of cool. I love olive green. It sold for $30. My cost of goods was $5.19 and my profit was $18.81. Still where I want to be profit-wise. I'd like to be in the over 20 range, but that's getting close. The next one was something that sold on Mercari. I knew these would sell pretty quickly. They were in beautiful condition. Vans size, men's 9.5, women's 11. I think they really could be worn by either. You know, they're a unisex shoe. And a lot of women wear size 11, and, you know, 9.5 is not, is not super small for a man. So I put both sizes in there. I think I listed it under men's, and the rest of the title is Multicolor Crazy Checkered Slip-On Shoes. I loved the bright colors of these. Looked like they'd been worn maybe once or twice. You can either wear these shoes or you can't. You know, some people cannot handle, they're not great for people who need arch support. These sold in 1 day on Mercari. 1 day only. For $36, my cost of goods was $10.81, paid up a little bit there too, and my profit was $19.74. Okay, the next sale is something that sold for my list price. I have actually started to list things on eBay without offers available. Like, people cannot send me offers on some of the items. When I find something and I think I've priced it spot on and that's what it can sell for, I'm giving it a try now. It is something new for me. It's working. I mean, I have to make sure I'm not padding that dollar amount, you know, like I would on Poshmark for offers, because I send offers on everything on Poshmark. This was the North Face size extra large quilted vest, zip front, bright Barbie pink, lightweight. And it sold in 4 days on eBay as a full price sale, as I said, for $46.56. That's with the cost of shipping. My flat price was $39.96 and my cost of goods was $14.06. My profit was $19.85. I do look up North Face items before I pick them up, because I used to just pick up whatever I saw of North Face, and I have found that those pants, those nylon hiking pants, you know, the convertible ones even, just don't sell very well for me. Maybe they do for you. And next is The Amateur Trainer, a 1929 dog training book, Bird Dog Obedience Illustrated. This is a book that was my husband's. He got it from a family member and he allowed me to resell it. It took 6 months to sell, but it sold on eBay for $29.42. Our cost of goods was $0 because it was given to us, and our profit was $20.56. So now we're getting over that $20 mark, which is nice. All right, halfway through the top 10. The next is a Sundance size extra large Frida tee, tiered lace trim, long sleeve, soft high-low hem boho. Sold in 5 months. Did take a while. Sold for $36 and my cost of goods was about $5. My profit was $23.80. Sundance is another one of those brands that the more intricate, I guess, the item, the better the chance that it has of selling, I think. So this was a little plain, but I did love the lace hem on it, and I was glad to get $36. Next is something that sold on Mercari same day that I listed it. Spanx jeans, size extra large, clean indigo boot cut trouser, pull-on stretch flare, dark wash. These sold, I think it was an offer. They sold for $44. My cost of goods was $10.27 and my profit was $27.32. I used to send offers on Mercari, but since I wasn't making many sales, I've stopped putting my efforts into that, at least for now. And but I will take a look and see what offers I'm getting. Next is a Goldie size 27 jeans, Nico high-rise slim, hidden button fly, raw frayed hem, gray. These took 2 years to sell. They were excellent condition. They sold on Poshmark for $57. Took a while to sell, but when they sold for a good price. My cost of goods was $8.69 and my profit was $36.91. Second best sale of that 2-week period is these Doc Martens. I have Dr. Martens women's size, US 7, UK 5, EU 38. Women's size, US 7. I don't know why I didn't have the men's size, but I didn't. I guess it was just because it was a smaller size in women's, and so unlikely to be purchased in the men's category. Brown Oxford shoes made in England. I mentioned this in my last video, and if you can find ones that have made in England on them, they are supposed to be like a higher tier, made a little bit sturdier. I'm not exactly sure what is supposed to be different about them, other than I've heard sturdier and made in England. Sell for more. These sold in 10 days on Poshmark. I picked them up at a garage sale for $10. They had $10 on those and $15 on some Harley Davidson boots I picked up, and I asked if they would take $20 for both, and they did. So these sold for $70. I think I had a listed for $99, but I took the $70 offer and my profit was $46. Best sale is a new to me brand. When I picked these up, I could just tell they were quality, so I looked up the brand, which I may say the name wrong, is Beckett Simonon.
Simonon.
Cinnamon. Oh, it's close.
Cinnamon.
Okay, yeah. Let me turn it off. All right, cinnamon. Beckett Cinnamon, men's size 11, Dowler boots, handcrafted black leather lace up. These sold in 1 month on eBay for $101.22. I'd paid $18.44. My profit was $58.58. These retail for about $400. They were on sale online at the time that I listed them for $250. I got a offer from somebody for pretty low, and he said that he would need to resole them because they looked too worn. So that's why he was sending the low offer. I didn't really think they were that worn, so I countered with an offer of the lowest I wanted to go, which was, I want to say $60, and he did not accept, so I ended up selling them for $89. So that was my top 10. So, you know, I'd like to be over $20 profit for everything on my top 10. I'd like to be even higher, but it is getting back up there at least. So that's good. Now I have 10 more fast flips. In the top 10, there were 5 fast flips in there. That's awesome. And then I had 10 more. And again, this is in a 2-week period, so it's more than I would usually go over. So the first one is a Torrid plus size 2X dress, heart print faux wrap, navy red, slinky stretchy love. Slinky stretchy love. This sold in 3 days on eBay for $36.85. My cost of goods was $7.58, and my profit was $16.24. By now, I've sold enough Torrid that I know what's going to sell and sell quickly. And I was pretty confident in this, so I didn't have a problem spending that $7.58. The next item is definitely out of my wheelhouse. I'm trying to branch out into home goods. I've been watching all the YouTubers, and it's getting me motivated to look up some things. I have to look up everything that I think is cool because I don't have that knack yet. Like, I can just go pick up Torrid clothing and pick out what's going to sell. Not so much with the other things, but I was right on these. My instincts were correct. Vintage antler staghorn carving set, 13-inch knife, meat fork, stainless steel, Japan. I could tell it was vintage, and this sold in 9 days on eBay for $28.23. I had paid $5.40, and my profit was $10.66. Not a huge profit, but I could see that the sell-through rate was really good on these, and my cost of goods was low, so I was tempted to try it out. Next item, Skechers size 10 shoes, air-cooled memory foam slip-on flat navy lace, new, no box. So this is one of those kind of Skechers that doesn't come in a box typically. It's just like, there with the little string that attaches it. They were brand new. They sold in 16 days on eBay for $35.85. I'd paid $8.13, and my profit was $10.32. I really want to be able to sell things within the first 7 days because I don't start promoting things until they've been online for 7 days. So my fees are a lot lower on those other items. Next sale, Torrid plus size 4X/26 belts, set of 3, new, thin, black, brown, white, adjustable. I actually sold 2 of these. You'll see another one down here. I'll probably just go over it right after this one. Sold in 4 days on eBay for $20.04. I had paid $5.41, and my profit was $6.62. Again, I know Torrid, those larger sizes and new items especially, and belts. Belts really do well. It's not a super common item to find at the thrift store, so I was happy to make that fast flip and get $6 profit. And then the other set was Torrid plus size 4X/26 set of 3 belts, new, glitter studded silver metallic black. These sold in 1 day on Poshmark, and they sold for $15. I had paid again $5.41, and my profit was $6.49. 59 cents, $6.59. I had not posted these at the same time. I just didn't have one of the listings ready yet. The next item is very much of the season. Friday the 13th DVD 8-movie collection, Halloween binge, gift, horror, scary. 8 Friday the 13th movies. I have no idea if that's all of them. I picked this up for $2 at a garage sale. Sold in 6 days on eBay prior to Halloween, and I got it to them in plenty of time. And it sold for $13.91 with my profit being $5.50. This brand is one of my favorites to sell still because it still sells quickly. Judy Blue, size 11/30. Bootcut jeans, medium wash, lightly distressed, mid-rise. Sold in 1 day on eBay. In fact, the next 5 sales all sold in 1 day. Sold for $40.85. Also a great ASP. Sorry, I'm distracted by my dog. I love him so much. Sold, I purchased them for $10.27. And my cost, no. Focus. My profit was $17.02. I got these, the Spanx. There's another brand that sells quickly that I got. It might have been 2 Judy Blues. The lady was putting out jeans, and as soon as she would put things on the rack, I'd go and look because the racks had been really picked over. And I found some good ones, but I was paying full price, and whew, Goodwills are expensive here in Texas. When I watch some folks and they're getting dresses for $4.99, I'm so jealous because they're like upwards of $12.99, like for formals, and then just regular dresses I think are $9.99. All right, next sale. Muckros, size medium, wool hat, plaid brown, tweed Irish Donegal flat cap. These sold in 1 day on eBay for This sold in 1 day on eBay for $24.09. I had paid $4.33 and my profit was $12.54. It's a hat that retails for $50, but the fact that it was this Irish tweed, I love to sell hats like this. I don't think it was vintage, so I didn't put that in there, but it has that vintage look. Okay, next is a vintage Napco vase toothpick holder, Easter Bunny figurine, CF6347 anthropomorphic. When animal things have that little face, you know, that looks like human face, we use the keyword anthropomorphic, and we do this. I put toothpick holder vase I don't know what this thing was, but I think it would be cute for toothpicks, especially if you were having like a little party, you know. This sold in 1 day on eBay for $17.84, and my cost of goods was $2.71. My profit was $8.24, and I got this at a store I just discovered that is nearby, and it benefits adults with autism. So it was a really cool place. I went twice because they were having a big sale. I think they're having a sale this weekend too, like a sidewalk sale where everything was $1 on the sidewalk. I got this inside though, and so I paid $2.50. Ooh. Their prices can be a little bit higher, so for reselling purposes it may not be the best, but I definitely want to go there and shop there because they had a great selection. It's very well curated, and it's for a very nice cause as well. The next to last fast flip was a Rock Me unisex size medium tee, David Bowie Labyrinth t-shirt, movie poster graphic. This sold in 1 day on Mercari. It sold for $9. I paid $0 because my nephew gave me a bunch of his graphic tees to sell. Most of them were anime, and except for this one and maybe a couple of others. None of the anime ones have sold yet, and a lot of them were from Loot Crate boxes. My profit was $7.19. Oh yeah, and then my last fast flip was those other belts. How long is this video? Yeah, we can go over a couple more things. The next item is a lesson learned, and it is an UMG size small medium kimono, black floral print lace trim, open front, boho festival. I've got a couple of UMG kimonos. that aren't selling in my closet. There was this one. This one may have sold once or twice and never got paid for, which I have noticed that most people are paying right away. Like it says when they send you an offer that they'll be charged right away. So I don't know if they're pushing that more now with send an offer. It's not required still because I've done sent offers. I've sent offers recently and didn't have to pay ahead. Sold in 1 year on eBay. So it took a long time to sell. So I used to pick up a lot more of that brand, and I'm going to start looking things up. It was a boho brand, a boutique brand, I guess you'd say too. And it's, like I said, I just got stuff hanging out in my closet that I think are really cute. Got a kimono style wrap that's like an olive and cream tie-dye. It's new with tags. Go check it out if you want it. Sold for $20.04. I paid $3.26 and my profit was $6.36. I got that at a Goodwill in Denver. And then my other lesson learned, man, I picked up some jackets one day. I thought for sure this style was going to sell quickly. Jade and Ivory, women's size small, Sherpa fleece denim jean jacket, Western pockets. Took almost a year to sell, 11 months. Sold for $25.35. I had paid up at $12 and I didn't make any money after fees and everything. And my cost of goods lost $1.50. This had like a bluish tinge on the Sherpa. I think that might have been what dissuaded people from buying it. You couldn't really see it in the pictures as much as, you know, I thought you could in real life. And so I mentioned it in there. I don't want people to be surprised by things like that. I think the denim bled onto it a little bit when it was washed. And then a happy thing. It says Christopher and Banks, size medium, Santa Christmas sweater, embroidered holiday new with tags. It took 11 months to sell. I had paid $3. It sold for $26.97. I accepted an offer and my profit was $11.81. But the happy thing is that the lady said she was so glad that I accepted her offer. She was buying it for her daughter who lost all of her belongings, I think in a fire, a flood, I think a fire. Anyway, she was needing to replace a lot of her things, and this was a sweater that she had and loved for years and years. And obviously it's not a necessity, like, you know, you need plates and cups or whatever that you're replacing, but it was a sentimental item and she was so happy to be able to find it and replace it. And I love that. And it was so cute. Reacher will be coming in and out. You will hear a squeaky ball. You will hear tippy tappy of the toenails. Reacher, say hi to the people.